the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will go on the attack first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him. And if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because there's no doubt, this guy can run routes. He can... and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Split backs here. Jackson will throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, now on second down. He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Anthony. Hard running there. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Looking to scramble. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the big fella. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Quickly to the tight end. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Anthony. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. quarterbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Orange offense will get its first chance now. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw on 3rd. Finds his man. It's Cook. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
They're going to run it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense. Syracuse will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Jackson will throw. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to gotta get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Wants to fire on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw for it. It's on target and complete. Touchdown, Cuse. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arizona. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. Moving away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Just return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. They'll start this drive from the 42. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The Orange will have to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Hogs send that. It's back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Quarterback making adjustments. Jackson will throw. Makes the grab. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Back has it. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Anthony. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Unleashes it on the run. He's got it along the sideline. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Williams. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
What the fuck? They came out here on steroids.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. With jet sweep pass. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Jackson gonna throw it. Quick strike complete. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Got room at the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This
going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Tremble. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's McMillan. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
That ball hit him right in a bad spot. Right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Tremble. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Trying play action. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the...
Breaks into the open. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Handoff to the lone back. Finding open areas. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Orange. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Texas A&M. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
High in the chains now on second and long. Back to the ground game on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Lofts one high and deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Man, it looked like that was a house call. He made the first guy miss. It was going to the house. He was going to score a touchdown. And then, man, what a big turn of events. Talk about shifting momentum. He coughs it up, gives it to the other team.
Going right to work up top. Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Willis. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
On the snap, it's Anthony. Got a little space. Turning it on. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. And now on second down for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's got him. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single cover.
Got it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Freeze. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Jackson will throw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Anthony. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Anthony. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 78 yards down the field and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He wants to change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field, to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Steps away. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Catch in the middle. It's Anthony. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Sends it back in motion. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Wants to throw again. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
They'll go to the ground. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. The defense calls the timeout there, second of the day, as they try to get their act together. On the run, it's Willis. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And our Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Ferguson. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. Making side adjustments here. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Anthony. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks, it gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's McMillan. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Willis.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's McMillan. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. And a few anxious moments when the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Offense gets set for second down. Not sure what good can come out of passing here. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, and the clock strikes zero, and that will do it for this one. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand.
Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to kick off. Next, let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option. Or you can select the rosters from our original launch with a default roster option. Here is where you can customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the updated list of available options and customize your conferences complete with unique rules and protected rivals.